Hi everyone, today we have a new video review, and as you can see, this time we are going to talk about fresh release from ICM, and it is molded in 1/72nd scale. What we have here is the aircraft kit, and it copies quite a famous aircraft. It's MiG-29, so I guess there is no extra introduction needed. Nevertheless, it will be an interesting object to review, especially in a small scale. It might be a great subject to build for all aviation modeler fans. And what I have here on the table, that's the final shape of this release. So this kit number 72144, it's the something what you will get in any good model shop. For example, in Modelimex they should have it already, and as you can see, the box art is quite nice. This particular version is also coming together with the JDAM-ER bombs. You can see them on the box art, and the box size is surprisingly small, so here is comparison with my hand. Also on the side here you can see some safety information and the kit information as well. It's written there are 91 parts, and the length of the assembled model will be 241 millimeters, and I guess that's the wingspan 158 millimeters, because it's not nobody cares how tall is the aircraft. And what I can tell about these profiles is that probably we have only one marking option, but we will check once we open the box. And as you can see, the packaging is rather typical for this brand. In the meantime, I can remind you that ICM already released several other boxings with MiG-29 in 1/72nd scale. I reviewed them as well, so you can find them easily on the YouTube channel which you are watching right now. But today we are talking about this version. I can also say that the previous releases were interesting in terms of the diorama potential, let's say, because you can build an interesting scene, not just the only aircraft. And as you saw, that's the top cover, and then we have also the white cardboard box here. That's what we have inside. Assembly manual on the top, but obviously we will not be starting with the assembly manual. We will start with the plastic. So the plastic parts are coming from ICM themselves, so it's not a rebox of some other kit. It's the original plastic from ICM. So first of all, we have here the clear parts. Let's open it. They are packed into a separate plastic bag, and here they are. And I will just zoom in and maybe open the lenses so that you can see them closer. So as you can see here, we have the canopy sections, and of course they are molded in a very nice quality. I'm not sure if masks are included, so we will have to check the assembly manual, because they usually include the masking templates there. Next, we continue with the sprue A. So here we have the fuselage halves, and I will just zoom out so that you can see what we actually have here. So the overall parts division is rather simple. We have top and bottom fuselage half. Note that the nose cone is pre-molded. This is not something what I am huge fan of, because it's always better to have the separate nose cone, especially in scales bigger than 1/72nd, including 1/72nd, because it's noticeable that this area is assembled out of two hulls. We also have quite nice surface details here. You can take a look right now, and if I flip over this plastic sprue here, inside we have some guiding elements, so it should be easy to combine them together. And note that the nose section should also serve as the positioning element. I'm not sure how, let's say, easy it will be to mask this thing, but I guess it repeats the panel lines. Also here we continue with the armament. So this is, I guess, something what is special for today's version, this JDAM bombs. Of course, if you are not satisfied with what you get in the plastic, you can get it in resin, but I guess that's the whole sense of this kit, that you are actually getting them in the standard package. And as you can see, each one should be assembled out of several parts, so it's a bit tricky thing, because you will have to work on the smooth connection between those parts, but I guess the final result should be worth it. And the special, let's say, loadout is something different from what we are used to see on MiG-29. And by the way, the classic loadout is also present here on this sprue. So here we get not only the landing gear parts, but we also get various fuel tanks and bombs. And I wonder if they can be combined with the previous bombs, because this is more of a question. And I can see that actually the JDAM bombs are provided on the next sprue. So as we saw before, it was the missiles, but first we need to check the sprue B. So here you can see the pilot seat, we also have the cockpit tab and the instrument panel. Here we have the tail surfaces, and if I flip it over here you can check the instrument panel and the cockpit tab. So we have some pre-molded features in them. But again, it might be a good idea to get some aftermarket PE parts. If you are eager to add more features, then definitely go for it. And now we also have on the market some nice 3D printed decals, so it's also a good option. And as for the bombs, so they are provided together with a new type of the pylons, and they are given on 2 plastic sprues, so here you can see them. And the overall design is rather simple, so each bomb should be assembled out of 2 hulls. We have the pylons which are also glued out of 2 hulls, and we also get the guiding elements inside. These are guiding pins, so pay attention to how they work together and you should be completely okay. Next we also have the here decal sheet, and I just wonder what are these writings, so just give me a second, I will show them. Here they are. As you can see, the printing quality looks good, but I was confused with this writing, so if you know what it is, write in the comment section, I will be happy to know. Maybe we'll see it in the marking guide, in the assembly manual. So here is the assembly manual. I'll just close the lenses, zoom out, and on the first page we have the short history note, we have also the technical specifications and the paint numbers. So they have the separate set of the paints for this kit. It might be actually a good purchase in case you don't want to search for the separate colors. Next we see the parts map, and note how many parts from the armament sprues will not be used. It's a handy addition for your spare parts box, but again, pay attention to what is actually used so that you don't end up with the wrong config. Here we start the assembly with the cockpit. As you can see, it's quite straightforward because you don't have a lot of stuff. Even the pilot figurine is not supplied here. And then we continue with the landing gear. We assemble the fuselage together. Here we install the wings and also air intakes, which are molded separately, the engine nozzles, the tail surfaces. Then we install the armament, so you have the loadout scheme here. And on the last page you can see the marking guide, which is printed in color. So yes, surprisingly there is only one marking option, but I guess you can do also some what if marking, because this is too bright to be operating on the front line, and I guess it might be a good idea to try to replicate the digital camouflage on this aircraft. It's usually a nice looking thing on the MiG-29, so definitely a good idea. And this kit, as I said, it should be already available, so if you have something to say, write it here in the comment section below, and you can get it in Modelimex, and I will see you in the next video review as usual. Thank you for joining me today and checking this kit together, and stay tuned for more videos. I will see you soon, and bye.